Welcome back. This is an Aleks homework video on predicting ionic compounds formed by two elements. If you remember, an ionic compound is a metal acting with a nonmetal, or a cation, which is a positive charged ion, acting with an anion, which is a negative charged ion. Anything on the left side of the periodic table is going to become a cation and will be the first in the name. Anything on the left side or the right side of the periodic table becomes an anion, negative charged. It changes its name to "ide" and will be on the second part of the name. So they're asking, if you are given two elements, can they form an ionic compound? Well, if they're on opposite sides of the periodic table, yes, they can. If they're on the same side, say two metals or two nonmetals, they would not be able to be. Okay, so that's your kind of giveaway. So remember, you may not be given the metal first. You may be given the anion first, in which case you're going to have to switch the two, and you're going to name the metal first and the other one second. Also, if you have a transition metal and you're giving the name would have a Roman numeral in it. Okay, so and this, I guess this is not asking that, so that's easy. All right, so let's look at this. I think you'll be able to do fine. First two examples is lithium and oxygen. So I'm going to go straight to the periodic table. You should always have your periodic table out when you are doing your homework. There's no way you can know anything without it. All right, so if I go there, lithium is in group 1. All right, so it will be a charge of positive 1. Oxygen is in group 6. It will have a charge of negative 2. All right, so can I put positive 1s with negative 2s? Sure I can. Okay, so I can form an ionic bond with a metal and a nonmetal. So I'm going to have a yes. Lithium is my cation, so I'm going to put it first. Oxygen is my anion. I'm going to put it second. Now come back and see, do I need subscripts? Lithium I'm going to hold in my head as positive 1. Oxygen I'm going to hold in my head as negative 2. Now I have to make them balance. How many positive 1s do I need to combine to make a negative 2 or cancel out a negative 2? I'm going to need 2 of them. That means I'm going to have a subscript on lithium. So it's going to be Li subscript 2 O. Okay, I always go to the smaller of the two and then double or triple or whatever. Okay, iodine and sodium. Okay, sodium is my metal. Iodine is my nonmetal. Sodium is in group 1. Positive 1, iodine is in group 7, negative 1. So these are a metal and nonmetal. So yes, they would form an ionic bond. And what would I do? Remember, I have to write my cation first. So sodium is in A, big N, little a. In my head, since it's in group 1, I hold a positive 1. Iodine is capital letter I. It's negative 1 since it's in group 7. Well, positive 1, negative 1 cancels, and so it's NaI. The next one is lithium and fluorine. Lithium is in group 1. It becomes positive 1. Fluorine's in group 7, becomes negative 1. So yes, that could form an ionic bond. And since it's a 1-to-1 relationship, I'm just going to write Li first and F second, LiF. Last one is strontium. Strontium is in group 2, so it's going to be positive 2. Fluorine is in group 7, becomes negative 1. So I've got a positive 2, negative 1. Yes, I can make an ionic bond out of that. So write out the formula first. Strontium is Sr, fluorine is F. Now, do I need any subscripts? Strontium is positive 2, fluorine is negative 1. So how many negative 1s do I need to balance a positive 2? I need 2, so I need a subscript on the fluorine. This is something eventually you'll get really good at the more you do. So just check with me in class if you have questions.